Alright, symbols. This video symbol, the Pentacle or Pentagram. Speculation, depending on the unique interpreters, individual variations of the term, suggests that the upside up star is a pentacle, a symbol of religious protection and the Wiccan pagan faith, and that the upside down star is a pentagram and a symbol of destruction or chaos, what have you. The truth of this symbol is actually, in its original usages, that the upside up pentacle was nothing more than representing springtime and life, things coming up, and the reversed winter, things dying, returning to the earth to come up again. Now, people have much speculation on what the pentacle or pentagram suggests. You notice my circle isn't there. A circle represents life. You'll notice there are 5 points on the symbol. It stands for north, south, east, west, spirit, me, right here. It stands for earth, fire. It stands for air, water, and spirit, me, right here. So, looking at these symbols, you can interpret many different things and debunk a lot of the foolishness of the modern mythologies and the destruction of true arcane and spiritual knowledge and intelligence. Another example, look at how many triangles it takes to form this allegedly evil symbol. Now in alchemy, there are 4 different triangular-like symbols to represent air, fire, earth, and water. And the mere difference between them, okay, triangle with a line through it. Well, I don't know how well it'll come on camera. Triangle, triangle with a line through it. And each one of those represents a corresponding element. Now, an interesting thing occurs. I need a pen and paper, dear. An interesting thing occurs if you are to draw each of these particular symbols over top of each other. If you combine the symbols for air, fire, earth, and water, and drew them over top of each other, you would get this, a 6-pointed star of duality pointing both upward and downward. The Star of David, the Jewish Kaballah star. It goes by many names, the Seal of Solomon. Further knowledge on this. This symbol, again, is such a simple thing that people look for complex and insane things to distort or explain away the simple, since we no longer think simply. Look at where these points point. North, south, east, west, up, down. The 6 directions of space, of travel. In fact, the medicine wheel in Native American cultures often had 6 spokes, represented the same thing. Later on, through different additions and destructions, later on, there's your ship mast, or the symbol called the Helm of Awe, allegedly inspiring fear and feeling unwelcome in a temple or place. None of these symbols are good or evil. For other symbols of interest, you got your cross, You got your Celtic cross. And all of these symbols are allegories to clue into you how the body works, how matter works, how to try to simplify as much as we could in basic writing, understandings of things that you could really only come to the actual understanding on your own. You could only be guided through words and pictures to the best of a storyteller's capability to try to help you discover truth. No one can teach you. You can only teach yourself. If you look at the cross, how many points does it have? 4, right? Celtic cross having a circle of life. And is it not being broken out from like sperm bursting out? The points on the cross stand for north, south, east, and west. Let's take a look at that egg, at that seed, shall we? There's that circle again. Now what happens if we give it movement? There's your male symbol. There's that classic sword, the phallus, the penis, the giver of life force. Now, an interesting thing occurs if you take the uterus and you stab it with your sword. You get the female symbol. How fascinating that that was in front of your eyes the whole time, which contains a cross. In fact, I think it was Pope Francis that has an inverted cross on his chair or throne, however you wish to see it. And it was said that because of the Christ sacrifice it made, that he put an inverted cross on it in the same aspect of St. Peter being crucified. That he did not wish to lessen the awesomeness of the selfless sacrifice made by Christ on the upside up cross. However, if you look at the human body, you will see there's that circle, there's that cross again. Here it is again over here. Now, you'll notice these 7 points here. These are the 7 major chakra points, which by default are sealed, forbidding you access from certain knowledge and capabilities of the human body for a reason. Keep power in the hands of the powerful, but we'll discuss that in a different video. However, if you look here at this person, you'll see an upside up cross, and at the shoulders, all pointing inward toward itself, just like this, just like this. You will easily assume, hopefully, that your shoulders point in, that your third eye points in, that these chakras point up, most of them, forming a cross. Now, if you do the same thing, assuming that your throat and speaking, as Jesus did, is your point of power, but if you assume the reverse, that moving and action and emotion and life force, that seed was also a seed of power, you would equally see the hip chakras also pointed in towards the belly button here, creating an inverted cross, would it not? You can further speculate to say that if you align an upside up and an upside down cross together, turn it on its side. Now let's slightly transmute this. Now you got Pisces. Isn't this fascinating? We're also bombarded by thoughts, by all the different mind control, by how everybody wants to feel and think, that we miss all the simple shit. My name's Elijah Ball. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. I look forward to meeting you again. Peace be with you always.